Hey there, Zach here. Today we're going to talk about a topic that you need to hear. You may have heard this before, but I promise you, if you don't get this right, you're not going to get where you want in business, and you're going to be really, really unhappy anyway during that whole process. You're not going to get where you want, and you're going to be unhappy the whole time. So let's talk about this, and let's get straight into it. I've been having some drama here with the whiteboard here today. Hopefully the drama is over. All right, so this is going to be the unsexy topic in network marketing of finding your why. You've probably heard this 500 million times, but I want to come at this from a slightly different angle because I've heard this for 12 years in network marketing, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know how to do this properly. And because of that, 7 of those 12 years was actually very unhappy for the most part. And honestly, up until the past couple years, I was moderately unhappy, moderately discontent, and I'm still working on this every day. But let me show you how to go ahead and find this in a way that is actually going to serve you. So here's what I want you to think about for a second. And now, don't get me wrong. I'm all about having big financial success, all right? But I want you to think about this for a second. Don't get all hokey pokey Tony Robbins on me right now. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing but respect, but that's not where I'm going. I want you to think about what makes you happy. All right? Again, we're not going hokey pokey, but what makes you happy? All right, for me, let's go through this. For me, it is family. It is skating, skateboarding. All right, got back into it after 15 years of taking that off. It is sometimes it's working out, but like really skating is kind of my form of working out. It's racing, like racing cars, racing motorcycles, that kind of thing. And church, that's not the last thing. And work. I love to work. All right, now let me say it's meaningful work. So meaningful work. So these are the things that make me happy. What makes Ashley happy is family, meaningful work, working out. Like working out more like weights and things like that, volleyball and church. So we have very similar things. It's one of the reasons that we're aligned. Your similar things fulfill us and make us happy. So these are the things that make me happy. These are my why. Okay? Now, let me just kind of paint a picture for you of what network marketing did for me, what it typically does, and how it's broken if you don't realign this. So for me, family, skating, racing, even church, I basically gave up so that I could achieve my end result in network marketing. So my end result in network marketing was a big old team that produced at least 7 figures of residual. All right, that was my goal. This became my why. The reason it became my why is because I wanted to have all of these things. So what I did is I basically put all of these things on the back burner. So I basically temporarily removed them all so that I could once again get them in a higher quantity. All right, so that's basically what I did. And I'm going to tell you that was not the right way to do it. All right, so that's basically what I did is I put all of those things on the back burner so that I never did them so that I could spend all of my time focusing on building this. Let me tell you something. I did that exact strategy for 7 years. It was actually more like 10. Let's call it 7 to 10 years, depending on what we're looking at. I did this exact strategy for 7 to 10 years, and for those 7 to 10 years, do you know how close I got to 7 figures residual? Not very freaking close. In fact, it was not 6, and it was not even 5. It was crap. It was crap residual. It was negligible. You couldn't even live on it. That's how close I got. Now, you fast forward I don't even know. I think I did a little bit of this math wrong. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But for the past few years, we're getting very close to this. Or at least 7 figures. Maybe not fully residual. Definitely not fully residual, but 7 figures. Okay. What's the difference here? Here's the difference. The difference is, number one, I stopped looking at my work. As a means to an end. That's been the biggest one. I've stopped looking at this as a thing that was, dang it, I have to do this because it gets me to my goal. It was almost like I was almost treating it like a job where you're kind of like just grudgingly getting through it because you have to get the paycheck. It was almost like I was treating my business like that. I'm just doing this only for the end result. I didn't want to do this for any reason other than the 7 figures residual. That's the only reason I wanted it. I started to realize that I actually enjoy working. I always enjoyed it before network marketing. I enjoyed being in sales. I enjoyed being a mechanic. I enjoyed being a car detailer. I really liked it. I wasn't just doing it for the end result paycheck. And I realized that I had kind of put work in this negative box. But here's the thing, meaningful work, like I honestly, if for people that are like on perpetual welfare, I feel bad for them. Are they a complete drag on the system? Yeah. Do I think it's stupid? Of course. But I honestly feel bad for them because they have no meaningful work. And depending on what kind of spiritual thing you subscribe to, meaningful work is almost always a part of it. Not having meaningful work really sucks, and this is what's going to destroy your motivation to live. I realize that the work I'm doing today is meaningful. It's what I want to be doing, and this has been a massive contributor to my happiness and my why when I realized that my meaningful work was a part of my why. If this is me, you get really unhappy if you're constantly chasing the why. This is called unhappy, and this is called happy. Guess what? You never get here. It's impossible because this is a moving target. Your why will move. How do I know? Because it's moved for me. This is a recipe to hate your life. Here's what you need to do. You need to move the why into today. Move it into now. All right, what else? The family, all this other stuff over here. All this other stuff, I just started doing it. So you know what? I'm not going to sacrifice my family to get my business results because I've done that for 7-8 years. So far, I haven't got my business results, and I've sacrificed my family. Those are 8 years that I can never get back with them. My sister will never get to be the age that she was when I started network marketing. My parents will never be that young ever again. Thankfully, I learned this at 28 and not freaking 58. See, there's this lie in network marketing that if you sacrifice your time with your family, that you will reap it back. That is incorrect. This is what actually happens. If you sacrifice your time with your family, those seeds come back to roost. You will reap what you sow. Here's what you sow. Here's what you reap. You reap a family that doesn't know you anymore. That's your harvest. Sowing and reaping is real. It's just the seed and harvest thing got all flipped around. When you sow into your business, you will reap a harvest in some capacity, but you have to identify the seeds that you're actually sowing. So I started spending with my family time now. I started taking Sundays off. I started actually going to church again and really participating in the church because we're a faith-based family. I was basically doing crap work at the church. I said, you know what? Sundays are no longer business days. I'm going to actually respect the Sabbath. I will take that day off. Huge backlash when we first started doing it. Haven't broken on that maybe 1 or 2 times in the past 5 years. Every single Sunday without fail. Now, we're very involved in our church. It's almost like that Sunday is not even really too much of an intimate family day. So now we take another day off, or at least half the day. So we have family day times 2. Because that's one of the most important things to me. That is a why. I don't wait until I have my result to have my family day. I do that now. And once I've been doing this, do you guys realize that our results have gotten better? I gave up skating at 20 years old to build network marketing. I was in my prime at like 17, 18 years old. I was kind of dying down anyway, so it wasn't network marketing's fault necessarily. I was kind of like dying off on skating anyway. But then I completely shut the door on it for 15 years. I guess, again, my math's a little bit wonky, but whatever. Almost 15 years, I shut the door on it. I just started picking it back up 12 months ago. Do you realize that I've been skating 3 to 5 days a week for the past 9 to 12 months? And about an hour, hour and a half each session. And our business has grown. Think about that. Church, I already explained that one. All right, meaningful work, I already explained that one. Racing, I still haven't really got back too much into that one, but I have a little bit. Got a license to race MotoGP, or at least I'm able to enter into races, whatever. Here's what I really want to leave you with. I'm going to write this in a different color. If you don't consciously sacrifice the things you value most will be the sacrifice. So here's the thing, guys. I know that I might not be the highest earning business owner of all time because I choose to spend 2 days a week with my family, because I choose to go skate again 3 to 5 times a week, because I choose to be super involved at a church. I might not be the highest earning business owner that ever walks the earth. I might not ever cross the 9-figure mark. I think it will. But I might not ever cross the 9 or multiple 9-figure mark. I might not ever be a billionaire because of these things. But I'm choosing to sacrifice that so that I can have these things. See, when you get to a next level, you don't automatically change your mode of operation. That's the lie. And that's the thing that I bought for a long time. So if you sacrifice your family on your way up to the top, when you get there, number one, your target is going to move. So if your goal is 6 figures, your target's going to move and you're going to think it's multiple 6 figures now. I promise you it's going to happen. Your target's going to move and you'll do it again. You're not going to change your mode of operation. You will find things to keep you busy, to pretend that your target has moved, and you'll continue to sacrifice the thing that you never wanted to. Number two, if you sacrifice people, those people don't stick around forever. Whether or not they choose to leave by choice because you neglect them, or two, because they literally pass away. They die. People die, right? Let's just call it what it is. If you're trying to spend time with your parents, they're not getting younger. Your grandparents aren't getting younger. If you're sacrificing your kids all the time, your family, your spouse, they're not getting younger. Your spouse is going to resent it. Your kids are going to grow up without a daddy or without a mommy. You're going to watch them grow up in picture frames. I'm telling you, even if you're working a job, don't sacrifice these things. Your business will grow faster. Now, this means that you got to be smarter, okay? Because if you're going to start doing all this family stuff and the skating stuff and the church stuff and the racing stuff, and you want to build your business, and you got to work a job, you got to sacrifice the other crap. That's the final part, and this is the hard part. You got to get rid of all of the fluff. Guys, I have almost zero fluff in my life. We don't watch extraneous TV. In fact, we don't even own a TV because we don't want to, when it's time to be with my wife, I'm with my wife. Do we occasionally watch a movie or a TV show? Yeah, but we watch it on our iPad. Do we do anything that's worthless? Not at all. We've cut out all of the extraneous, the TV time, the phone scrolling time, the talking to friends that aren't actually my friends, people that don't align with our values. We cut them out of our life. People that were taking us down or causing us confusion, we remove them from our life. There is no fluff. So if you want to do all of this, you must sacrifice the fluff. All of it. Otherwise, you can't do both. Notice this. If you don't sacrifice the TV, the phone scrolling, the thing that pulls you away, your family, your business will become the sacrifice. See, you can't let your business be the sacrifice either, because that's the thing that will ultimately set you up financially. So you can't be stupid. You still got to put your time into your business. You just got to sacrifice everything else. This makes sense? I know this topic has been beat over the head 1,014 times in the network marketing community, but I think it's beat over the head in the wrong way. This has been integral to making me a happy person again. And two, it's been integral, that's even, I think I'm saying the word wrong. It's been whatever, really important to allowing us to actually cross a lot of the financial goals that we had for a super long time. We could never even make a dent in them. And then we started crossing them with relative ease, comparatively speaking. And a lot of it has its foundations here. All right? So hopefully you found value in this. I know this has been a little bit of a different type of video than you might be used to. If you find value in this type of thing, go down below. Let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And with that, hope you have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you soon.